Close your eyes and let the word paint 1,000 pictures. One good girl is worth 1,000 bitches.
Ooh-wee, it's after Thanksgiving, my stomach is full, your local Walmart is packed, and I need some Pepto-Bismol. But with everything that's been going on so far this November, alongside the most American holiday of the year, there was also the announcement of this year's Grammy nominees. Yay! Now, I personally have never sat down and watched the Grammys because I think award shows are boring, but since getting into this whole YouTube thing recently, I feel the need to address some of the nominees for this year's most overrated award show, and give my thoughts on why this entire thing is a farce from beginning to end. So we're going to start off a little light here and address the Best Melodic Rap Performance, which was basically made for niggas like Travis Scott to get an award for once, but not this year because he has a $2 billion lawsuit to deal with.
Wow.
But as for our nominees that were shown, this includes Industry Baby by Lil Nas X, What's Your Name by Tyler the Creator, Hurricane by Kanye West, Need to Know by Doja Cat, and Pride is the Devil by J. Cole. Now, all of these were pretty good songs, don't get me wrong, that's why they were selected for this category, but at the same time the only tracks that stand out in terms of musical quality would have to be What's Your Name and Hurricane, but knowing the Grammys, that isn't really enough to determine the winner as it should be, so they'll more likely choose whoever's the most popular around the time the Grammys begin. But if I had to choose, I'm going with What's Your Name. Tyler deserves a Grammy for an actual hip-hop performance, and I feel that NBA YoungBoy feature was also a nice touch to an already well-made song and accompanying album. The next category I want to talk about is the Best Electronic Album, and oh brother, this one really annoyed me because they really sat down and put Marshmello's recycled and somewhat basic album Shockwave on there, but completely ignored Porter Robinson's latest project Nurture or Joey Orbison's latest project Still Slippin' Volume 1, which are both incredible projects through and through, with Porter really opening himself up with these dramatic yet melodic beats alongside these beautiful vocals from others, while Joey Orbison goes in on these club bounce to hip hop inspired tracks that really hit hard when it comes to that deep house vibe that a lot of people look for nowadays within electronic music. But I suppose when you have a whole Fortnite concert made for you, it's no competition on who's the most popular to win this award. But my vote is still going for Joey Orbison, even if he's not at the nominations. Fuck him. Following the last category, we're going back to hip hop with Rap Album of the Year, containing all albums that I made videos on in the past, which you can go watch right now, link in bio. Now, this group of albums are just as equally a close call as they could be landslides for certain ones, but when it comes to the properly well-rounded rap album with even better features to match, I would say that Tyler the Creator wins this one as well by a very close call from Donda. In my last video I gave this album a 10 out of 10 and I'll proudly stand by that, with this album being a great showing of confidence for Tyler, with him really being able to prove that he can make a great hip hop album all the way through. And then to follow up his previously two great albums with an even better one is a great feat for a veteran such as Tyler. As for everyone else, I don't really know why the off season is on here. I feel it was pretty forgettable, and I also feel like Certified Lover Boy, while a decent project in my opinion, doesn't give it that stance on being a rap album of the year. If I had to toss some suggestions, it should have been The House is Burning by Isaiah Rashad and Conflict of Interest by Getz in replacement. Now, for the next category is definitely something to behold with the Best New Artist, and I want to make sure that's in strong quotations because they had the audacity to put Glass Animals and Japanese Breakfast in this category when they've been making music for a while. I mean, Glass Animals has been making music since 2010. If that's what new means, then I guess I'm a goddamn infant. But as for the other nominees, some of them I've heard of and some of them admittedly I haven't. But with the ones that I have heard of, the only one that really stands out in this mess is Baby Keem, with him really taking over 2021 and 2020 with his two projects Die For My Bitch and A Melodic Blue, really taking over that perspective on the new generation of hip hop. His creative beats and choppy rapping style makes for some great songs, with Die For My Bitch consisting of these short yet hype tracks that really had me in a groove all 2020. So it's a no-brainer for me. I mean, who's gonna beat him? Saweetie? And for the last, but definitely not least category I want to talk about is Album of the Year. Now this is definitely a doozy with all of these high quality albums that were selected for such a prestigious award. I just didn't know who to choose. I mean, you had Evermore by Taylor Swift and Sour by Olivia Rodrigo and Montero by Lil Nas X that just really made everything seem like such a difficult choice for the It's Donda. That's it. It's Donda. I mean, why wouldn't it be Donda? The dude went from pissing on a Grammy to pulling out the biggest goddamn names in the industry for this one. Like, are we forgetting how big the rollout was? If we're just going off the Grammy standards of popularity, it's a no-brainer that Kanye West will win this award. And if I'm wrong, then I am no longer Wallow's music review, but instead Wallow's can't fucking review and his Grammy choices are shit review. But when it comes down to it all, who cares other than the artist in the long run? It's pretty commonly known that the Grammys are a sham and they're just gonna pick whoever's trending to keep people entertained, or in better cases keep their pockets entertained. I think this has been realized after Macklemore beat out Jay-Z, Kanye, and Kendrick Lamar for Rap Album of the Year, and then even said himself that he shouldn't have won that award. But regardless of what I say or think, everyone's gonna watch the Grammys just to see if their favorite artist won anything, and then go tweet about it as if they know the artist personally. As for me, I'm going to be doing the same thing because I have no choice and it's human nature. But how do you guys feel about this year's Grammy nominees? Who do you think should win the album of the year? Who do you think was snubbed? Let me know down in the comments while liking and subscribing. Make sure to follow my IG and Twitter. And if you like the illustrations used in the video, make sure to follow the artist as well because she's dope. No, yeah, make sure to follow my second channel, Wallows Gaming, for me outside of music. And on that note, I'll see you on Monday for whatever video I decide to upload. Peace.
I know everybody asked me the question. They wanted to know what kind. I know he's gonna wild out and he's gonna do something crazy. Everybody wants to know what I would do if I didn't win. I guess we'll never know.